What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic week.
Fantastic eggs!
I've got something a little bit different for you today. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and to be honest, I don't know what the heck took me so long. But now that I've got the time, let's do it. So I'm not sure how many of you guys knew this, but I sort of used to be cool. No, but I used to play in a bunch of bands back in the day, and some of them did some pretty cool tours and shows and stuff like that. And I was recently in New Jersey visiting my parents, and when I was looking around in my old room, I found all my old tour passes in the closet. So I figured this would be really cool to show you guys, talk about some interesting tour stories, and share some old pictures with you. I mean, who knows? I could have been to your city, and you could have seen me, and you didn't even know it! Don't you know it? Don't you want it? Don't you want it? Don't you want it? Okay, so before I get into this pile of tour passes, I gotta show you guys this game I've been playing recently. Raid Shadow Legends. If you guys know me well, or if you follow me on my Twitch channel, you know I like to play me some video games, especially some RPGs. If you enjoy strategic gameplay, huge boss fights, and an amazing storyline, you need to check out Raid Shadow Legends. I've actually been playing it a lot over the past couple days. It's super addicting. In just the past 3 months, 10 million people have downloaded it. There's over 400 champions for you to collect and customize. Oh yeah, did I mention this game is free? The 3D graphics are also insanely impressive. Just look at it! Just look at it! This is probably my favorite champion right here. This is Karl, and he has some sick magic attacks. Whether you're into the amazing storyline or just collecting the awesome characters, this game has something for everyone. My personal favorite thing to do is crush other players in the arena battles. Raid Shadow Legends is growing super fast, and the highly anticipated new update is now live. Just look at the reviews on the Play Store. That's over 200,000 people, and that's a near perfect score. And they even reward new players with 90 days of login bonuses. If you click on the link in my description, you will instantly get 50,000 pieces of silver and a free epic champion. This is a huge advantage when starting your journey. They're constantly making updates to the game, so there's always something new to do. And the best part is, it's free. You can find me in the game under the name 66Samus, and you better get your butt in there and join my clan before it gets full. Good luck, happy gaming, and I'll see you in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys, so I guess we will start with the first laminate or pass I ever received, which is Bamboozle 2007. Oh, yeah. This was at the Giants football stadium, or outside in the parking lot at Giants football stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's still probably one of the biggest events I ever played. There was over 150 bands. Linkin Park and My Chemical Romance were headlining. It was huge. Pretty sure Andrew WK was there too. And Weird Al Yankovic. Here's the only picture I have left from that show. The band I was playing with at the time was called Mutiny, but this was a huge breakthrough for us. We actually participated in a Battle of the Bands contest at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park just to get to play on this show. Super fun experience though. I remember the sound guys were having a fun time miking up my kit, because most of the other bands at the festival were not metal bands, so the guy was like, okay, I'm gonna make this sound great. And dude, I wish I still had the video from that, because it was great. Moving on to 2008, we have my first tour ever, Thrash and Burn. Oh, yeah. We had Darkest Hour, Parkway Drive, Misery Signals, Stick to Your Guns, Winds of Plague, Arsis, Abigail Williams, Arsonists Get All the Girls, and After the Burial. And here's the dates. Oh, yeah. You can see how old this is because the laminate's fallen off. Oh no. I was drumming for Abigail Williams for this tour, and holy crap, this tour was a spoiler for my first tour. Every venue was huge, a lot of them had showers, and there was probably like 1,000 to 2,000 kids every night. As you can see in this photo, I was actually playing a D-drum kit. Since this was my first tour and I really didn't know what to expect, I really did not want to bring my super nice Pearl kit on the road. So I went and bought like a $600 D-drum kit, which is actually still sitting in my parents' house in New Jersey in the basement if somebody wants to buy it. And this is also when I first started triggering my whole kit. So actually for this kit, I did not know about the moon gel trick yet. So actually for this tour, we stuffed every single drum with clothes and pillows. The triggering was extremely accurate, but the drums were just so heavy to carry. Here's another cool shot, little redness. And yes, I did used to wear drumming gloves. They really helped with grip and the blisters for a little bit, but after a couple years, I kind of felt like they were inhibiting my wrist movement, if you will. Like as soon as I took them off, everything felt way bouncier. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just going without the gloves from now on. Sex. Here's a nice picture of Abigail Williams taken by the one and only Jeremy Safer, or I hope I said his name right. Here's another cool laminate we ended up getting from that tour, which is Dirt Fest 2008 in Michigan. That was super cool. That was a big outdoor festival, thousands of people. I actually was able to find this picture from Dirt Fest. Yeah. That was actually a crazy show. I remember people were pressing up against the barricade so hard it ended up falling over and a bunch of people fell onto the stage and getting hurt. It was not cool, but it was metal. And right after Thrash and Burn tour, I was actually extremely spoiled yet again. Literally the day after Thrash and Burn ended, we flew to Europe with Suicide Silence, and as Blood Runs Black for the Summer Slaughter UK tour, or UK and Europe. Oh yeah! We did a bunch of shows in the UK, and then we went to Europe and did a few shows. And this one had Suicide Silence, As Blood Runs Black, Abigail Williams, Born of Osiris, Annotations of an Autopsy, and The Berserker. This tour right here, let me tell you. There was actually one night on the tour we played in Vienna, Austria, and attached to the venue they had like this old hotel thing, and they let all the bands stay there. And partying with Born of Osiris, holy shit. So much fun. So much alcohol. They got banned from that venue that night. We were all pretty fucked up, but they were, you know, they were like breaking stuff. At one point, the drummer Cameron was passed out on the bed, and their singer comes over. He's like, hey guys, watch this. He pulls down Cameron's pants and just starts beating his dick like so hard. I'm like, oh my God. He's just pounding it like super hard. Cameron didn't even wake up at all. The funniest part about this is we told Cameron about it the next morning. We're like, dude, Ronnie pulled down your pants while you were passed out, and he was like pounding your dick. And he's like, damn, really? Well, he put it back, right? He pulled my pants up and he put it back when he was done, right? That's what you were the most concerned about? You should probably check your penis for black and blue marks. Another really cool thing I enjoyed about that tour was Mr. Mitch Lucker. Mitch was just one of those guys that his stage presence, holy crap. If you're standing in the first row under him and he's just doing his thing with his arm, oh my God, and he's doing his stomp, dude. One of the most brutal heavy metal frontmen of all time, I will tell you that. I was able to find one picture from an after party. Of course, I'm in the back just smoking a cigarette, but there's Mitch. Miss you, buddy. While we were in the UK, Abigail Williams also shot a music video over there. It was some kind of underground dungeon or cave or something, but we went in there, brought a bunch of lights and cameras, and we fucking rocked out. It was great. Okay, this picture from that tour is funny for two reasons. Number one, my mustache, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Number two, yes, I used to have my nipples pierced. Nipples! Okay, on to the next tour pass. This tour in particular was very special to me. Still to this day, one of the most fun tours I've ever been on. The Faceless Planetary Duality Tour. The Faceless, Abigail Williams, Decrepit Birth, Veil of Maya, and Neuraxis. But yeah, the first reason this tour was so special to me was just we had so much fun. I just remember having killer sound almost every night, and we were playing really tight on this tour too. And this was also the tour that I first met Decrepit Birth. It's funny because if you didn't know me or any of the bands on the tour, you would have thought that I was a member of Decrepit Birth on that tour because pretty much the entire time I was in their van with them smoking weed. Hey, where's Sam? Oh, where do you think he is? He's in the fucking Decrepit Birth van. It's not my fault Matt's such a nice guy and always has the best weed. Here's a picture from Texas from that tour, and for most of the tour I was actually using Casey Howard from Decrepit Birth's kit. And yeah, look at that, I was still wearing the gloves. I was still triggering my whole kit, but this wasn't as big of a tour as the Summer Slaughter or Thrash and Burn, so a lot of the times the monitoring systems on stage were not sufficient enough for everyone to hear my triggers. So a lot of the times I'd just be like, Casey, can I use your kit? I always felt so bad, but he was super cool about it. Casey's a really nice guy. This also might have been the first tour that I ever went to Cookout. If you've never been to Cookout in North Carolina, I don't know if it's in other states, but dude, they have some great food. And this picture, dude, I remember the same guy who ended up taking me to Cookout sent me this picture, like, dude, I think this was Justin. It was also on this Planetary Duality tour where all the members of Abigail Williams draw penises on my drum heads. As you can see in this picture here, there's a big uncircumcised penis right on Tom 3. Scott! And Veil of Maya, dude, their old frontman, Braden, always overemphasized when he was staying on stage. We're Veil of Maya from Chicago! It's not safe to swim today! Alright, this next song is called Crawl Back! The next tour I did was at the beginning of 2009, which was an Abigail Williams headlining tour. On this tour, we took out Rose Funeral, Burning the Masses, Conducting from the Grave, and The Queefing Process. This tour was not a super long one, it was only a couple of weeks, but that's because we jumped on another tour immediately after this. All Shall Perish, along with Suffocate, Underneath the Guns, and Conducting from the Grave again. This also was not a very long tour, but it was a huge amount of fun. This was another special tour, however. For those of you who know who Jason Richardson is, I believe this was his first tour ever. Jason was working at GameStop before this, and All Shall Perish had just lost their lead guitar player, Chris. Pretty awesome. First you're working at GameStop, and the next thing you know it, you're on tour shredding with All Shall Perish. But even back then, I knew he was going to be a guitar god. Even back then, he had that Ernie Ball, John Petrucci signature guitar. He would just sit backstage and warm up playing Dream Theater solos perfectly. I'd be like, oh my god, this kid is going to be somebody someday. And yeah, now look who he is. It's great. Okay, the next tour, the Conquer and Curse tour. This was the summer of 2009, and we had Abigail Williams, Goat Whore, Doth, Abysmal Dawn, and Swats, also known as Success Will Write Apocalypse Across the Sky. This tour was freaking insane for multiple reasons. First of all, it was the last tour I did with Abigail Williams. There was a couple of members coming and going at the time, and I remember thinking, you know, I'm not sure what my future is with this band. Maybe it'll be a stepping stone. I don't know. We'll just see where it goes. But holy crap, you can barely see the dates on this one because this tour was 2 months long. This was also the tour where Goatwhore ended up firing their bass player right in the middle of the tour. He ended up getting into a huge fight with the merch guy, and I guess he was just being so ridiculous that the band ended up siding with the merch guy instead of the bass player. So they said, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. You're gone. We're taken to the airport. I will never forget that day. That was July 12th. 2009, at El Corazon in Seattle, Washington. Oh my god, Jared Dines, you live near there, right? So right after they fired their bass player, they went around to all the other bass players on the tour and they said, okay, who wants to help us play bass for the rest of these shows? So I was like, dude, it's just bass. I can help you out. And a couple of the bass players on that tour, including myself, ended up helping out Goatwhore with the bass duties on the rest of that tour. It was great. Soon after that, I quit Abigail Williams, and that was the end of that. But then a couple months later, Goatwhore actually called me and they said, hey, we got a tour with Shadows Fall in Canada pretty soon. Would you like to play bass for us? And I said, a whole tour just playing bass? Okay. Oh, yeah. And this tour was actually strictly in Canada. It was so fucking nice not having to set up drums every single night. I did help Zach with his kit, but it was just so nice for a change, doing something different and still being able to tour. Holy crap, I was drinking a lot. Goatwhore is one of those bands that, you know, they like to drink a lot and they like to party. You know, when there's just cases of alcohol just sitting right in front of you, it's kind of hard not to drink it. It was a lot of fun, but holy crap, it was cold because this was right in the middle of February. We definitely did not have the right jackets for that kind of weather, and we were all dying, just huddled up in our sleeping bags the whole time. Another reason why I could get away with drinking so much is because I was playing bass, and Goatwhore bass lines aren't super technical. There was one night, however, where I drank way too many beers before we went on stage. I wasn't too drunk to play, but I had to pee so freaking bad. Mid-set, I had to be like, you know what, guys? We have to stop. I have to run off stage. I have to pee. And we stopped the whole set just so I could run off stage and piss. It's great. Unfortunately, the next tour I did after this, I somehow lost the tour pass for that. And it really sucks because that's the tour I met my wife on. Like, the one tour pass I lost is the one I met her on, right? Of course. But it was a 3 Inches of Blood headlining Canadian tour, and Goatwhore was direct support, and I was playing bass again. And this was probably the tour that really made me say, okay, that's enough alcohol. 3 Inches of Blood was sponsored by Jägermeister, and they had somewhere between like 40 and 60 bottles of Jägermeister in their trailer. And pretty much every single night, dude, we were just right out of the bottle. But yeah, that was the tour. That was the tour I met my wife on. We came to Winnipeg and we played at a venue called the Royal Albert. I remember sitting at a table eating my salad before the doors opened, and this super hot chick walked in the back door. I don't know how she got in the back door, but I was like... So a couple hours and many beers later, I finally went up to her and she was with her friend, and I was like, okay, what can I say? What can I say? So I went with the old, hey, you girls want to smoke some weed? My wife at the time did not smoke weed, but luckily her friend did. So they both followed me outside and we smoked some weed and had some cigarettes and we just started talking. One thing led to another, and now we're married and it's fucking great. Okay, on to the next tour, Summer Slaughter 2010. While I was on tour with Goatwhore playing bass, I got a text message from Matt Setila of Decrepit Birth asking me if I would like to tour with them and maybe join the band. I guess Casey Howard had enough touring, and he said, okay guys, I'm done, so you gotta find somebody else. So I said, holy crap, dude, I don't know if I can play Decrepit Birth songs. I'm not that fast yet, but since it's a couple months away, you know, I might be okay. And I was just barely okay. I could play it clean, but I was struggling. This was a super fun tour though. We had Decapitated as the headliner, Faceless, All Shall Perish, The Red Chord, Veil of Maya, Cephalic Carnage, Decrepit Birth, Carnifex, Animals as Leaders, and Vital Remains. And dude, look how low on the bill Animals as Leaders is. That would not happen today. I'm pretty sure this was actually Animals as Leaders' first tour ever. Here you go, you can see the dates. For those of you that know my buddy Krim, this was his first tour ever, I think it was. Pretty badass for your first tour ever to be headlining with Decapitated. Krim, you're the fucking man, dude. That was such a fun tour. Here's actually a picture. I think this was at the Rave in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, yeah? I believe that's also across the street from like a hotel that a famous serial killer used to, I don't remember his name, but Look it up. Maybe it was Dahmer? It was on this tour that I had the most dreadful pooping experience of my life. We were in between shows and driving across some state, and there was not much around, and I really had to poop. Apparently I got really baked the night before and just ate a crap ton of food, and I really had to crap it out. I crawl up to the front of the van, I'm like, Chima! Dude, I gotta shit, pull over to the next gas station. And of course, wherever we were, maybe Nebraska or something, there was not much around. It was maybe 5 to 10 miles between any building that you saw. And I had to shit so bad. I was like, you know what, Dave, just pull over the next place you see. I have to poop. Of course, the first place we come to is an abandoned gas station. Get out the van, run, oh my god. Both bathroom doors were locked, so I was like, you know what, I don't care. I had baby wipes in my pocket. I'm just gonna go right behind the gas station and take a shit. There ended up being an abandoned trailer behind the gas station, so I just went into the trailer, and I'm glad I went into the trailer because holy cow, what an explosion. It must have been all 3 of the previous day's meals all in one poop because there were 3 different colors in the piles. Okay, the next tour was the Spread the Venom Tour 2011. This was with Cataclysm, All Shall Perish, Decrepit Birth, Conducting from the Grave, and Abysmal Dawn. For some reason, I have a distinct memory of playing at a place called Trees in Texas, and there was just trees in the venue, like growing in the weirdest places. I remember that. Here's a funny karma story that happened on that tour. Before the tour started, I had asked Adam from All Shall Perish if I could use his bass drums. Just 2 bass drums, no cymbals, no toms, no snare, none of that stuff. Just the kicks. And he gave me a really hard time about it for some reason. I even offered to pay him, and he was like, you know what, dude, you're just making me really uncomfortable right now. You're putting me in a really tough situation. I'm like, all right, that's totally cool. I'll bring my own stuff. Halfway into the tour, their bus that had all their gear breaks down, but they were still on their way to the next show. And Adam texts me and he goes, well, this is really awkward, but can I use your stuff tonight? I'm like, you know what, Adam? I don't know, man. This is really awkward, and you're putting me in a very uncomfortable situation. Adam, if you see this, I love you, buddy. Okay, the next tour, Carnival is Forever tour with Decapitated. We had the Decapitated and the Decrepit Birth, the Flesh God Apocalypse, the Rings of Saturn, and who the hell is... The Heart Machine! Holy crap. They actually didn't even make it on this tour. They were not allowed into the US. I have no idea if it's because the guy who was in that band was like super... You know what? I'm just not even gonna say anything. This was another pretty crazy tour, actually, because we shared a tour bus with Decapitated and Flesh God Apocalypse, and it was just a regular 12-person bus, and I think there was maybe 15 of us on it. I also made the fatal mistake on that tour of giving up my bunk so I could go in the back. Mr. Setila and I wanted to make sure we could smoke weed on the bus, so we said, you know what? Since 2 of the Flesh God guys are sleeping in the back lounge, why don't we just sleep back there, give them our bunks, and we can just sleep there all the time and smoke weed whenever we want. And yeah, it wasn't the best idea because those benches back there were not very comfortable for sleeping on, but we were high the whole time, so let's see if I got a couple pictures from this tour. Yep, here's one. This one was from Arizona. No ceiling photography. That place actually did have a very high ceiling. We also went to the Pawn Stars shop on this tour. That was pretty fun. I don't think this is from the same tour, but here's a shot from Chain Reaction in Anaheim, California. That's when I had a beard. Here's a funny shot. One time before a tour, we had to practice in California, and I did not have my drums with me, so we took 2 other drum sets and put them together, and I used that to practice on. 4 toms, 2 kicks. Still worked great. Here is photo from the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, California. Yeah. I don't know if this was the same tour or not, but here's a picture of me in LA on Halloween. I don't know, I figured that since it was LA and Halloween, I would dress like a hair metal Baki with the chode spandex. Yeah. No more the girly man. This is really dark, but apparently one night I got fucked up and thought it was a good idea to dump spaghetti all over Rings of Saturn's van. Sorry about that, Lucas. Here's a picture I took of Krim sleeping. Krim, don't kill me. I actually had somewhat of a problem. I used to take pictures of a lot of band members while they were sleeping on tour. Here's a picture of Mike that I took in the van in, this was during that UK Summer Slaughter tour. There's Mr. Setila. Oh boy, you see a little bit of a bulge there. Oh, yeah. There's Trevor. Dude, he was our driver and he had the most insane collection of Mountain Dew cans that you would ever see. I just really love that picture of Krim though. I just want to... And here is a picture of Cattle Decapitation's drummer David McGraw after we had sex. But yeah, this Decapitated tour, it was pretty insane though, having 15 people on a 12-person bus. At one point, when we were in Canada, my wife actually hopped on the bus for a couple days, and I guess she didn't have the best time, but you know, she wanted to see what it was like. At one point, she got up in the morning looking for coffee. She couldn't find coffee anywhere, and I guess some people keep coffee in the freezer, some people. So she opened the freezer door, you know, hoping to find coffee, and a fish skeleton came out and landed on her foot. I guess Decapitated was pretty drunk the night before, and they were just eating raw fish, and they just put the skeleton back in the freezer. It's great! Okay, this next pass I have is from a special show that Decrepit Birth did with Carnifex in Puerto Rico. Carne, Sex, and Decrepit Birth. That was a super fun show, man. Thank you, Henry. That was good. Puerto Rico was super nice. All I remember was it was really, really windy, but It was great. And the very last tour that I ever did, you guys, 2012 Occupation Domination Tour. This had Origin, Cattle Decapitation, Decrepit Birth, Aborted, Rings of Saturn, and Battlecock. I guess the highlight of this tour, besides having sex with Dave, was watching John Longstreth every single night. Holy crap. John is the ultimate blast beater and heel toe double stroker. I just don't know how the hell he does it, man. Watching him every night, it was insane. It was a real treat. I don't know where we got all the hot dogs from, but I thought it was a good idea to shove a bunch of hot dogs in the grill of their van. So, there you have it. And the only other pass I really have, I don't know why I saved this, but it was from Lamb of God in 2009. Somehow weaseled my way onto the guest list, but that was a killer show. Gwar was the direct support, and man, that was insane. That was my first time seeing Gwar. Gwar! Susan! And that is it, you guys. I am out of tour passes. This video doesn't have to end now, though, does it? Does it? Yeah, let's do a little bit of vlogging. Whee! Hey, little Tunga! Hey, Logan! Come on, Tunga! Yodi, are you hungry? Yeah. Where's the chicken? Where's the chicken? The honest fool. Hungry Tungy? That's a hot lunch. Junger. Have some curry. And little Yodi boy is very particular. His food is just sitting there. He's not going to eat. He's not going to eat until little Chubby Lumpkins finishes every single drop of her food, and then he's going to rub it in her face. Oh yeah, look at me. I still got food left. I'm a boy. Come on, Yodi, what's that? You gonna eat it? Alright, you guys, well, it is Tuesday night, and if you're new around here, I do live drumming streams every Tuesday night, and actually Saturday mornings now. So I have maybe like an hour and 15 minutes to get ready for that. I just fed the dogs. Gotta start getting ready. I gotta plug in all the stuff. And since I last did a vlog here, I did get 2 new crash cymbals. I got a new 18-inch A custom crash, and then a 17-inch fast crash. Alright. Let's really capture some cymbal echo. It's kind of weird. I usually don't vlog with this camera, and I don't know why I'm vlogging with it right now. It's really heavy. I guess, I don't know, the autofocus is just really good. But my arm is getting really tired holding on to it. I'm gonna put it down. Actually, let's go upstairs and check on if the little boy's eating his food. Well, would you look at that? That's a good boy, Yodi. You gonna show them how you lick it? I'm gonna show them how you like it. Isn't it funny how Yoda has 2 little butt swirls? He's licking that calf clean. He's like, dude, get this big fucking camera out of my face, you shit. Whew, I am just so effing tired right now, you guys. Today was a crazy productive day. Actually filmed a collaboration with Jared Dines this morning. It's gonna be great! It's called Fast vs. Slow Drums, and hopefully by the time this vlog goes up, that will be up already. Well, as far as I know, this video here is going up on August 6th, so no. He'll have it done before then. And for your information, today is July 23rd, so yes, I film my video in advance. If you don't get advance, then you're pooping your pants. Maybe I'll just continuously vlog some stuff, you know, up until this video comes out, maybe. We'll see what happens. Oh, you got a little something there. I'm already sweating like balls. Why is it gotta be so hot today? All right, I gotta start getting ready for the stream, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Man, I am tired today, you guys. Between filming videos and editing videos and live streaming, I pretty much worked for like 12 hours yesterday. Gotta get it! I just went outside and cut the grass. It's still nice and early, but I can't take a shower yet because we're expecting fucking UPS to bring us a new rug that we ordered. I have to be here when it arrives! So all I can really do now is just keep editing the videos that I filmed yesterday. I just realized I didn't even really explain yesterday why I stopped touring in the first place. The biggest reason was obviously money. I honestly never really made that much money on tour. And after the whole Napster and Kazaa, like downloading music for free stuff, I just assumed that, you know, you had to be Justin Bieber in order to actually make any money with music. I figured I didn't have a chance anymore, especially with metal. So I went back to school for 4 years, I got a degree. Some of you know that though. And yeah, that's the whole reason I wound up working at an insurance company. But those 4 years that I was in school, I was still making YouTube videos. And a lot of you are probably wondering, will I ever tour again? And the answer is probably. Somebody's gotta make the eggs, right, Yodi? Turn and face the camera, little boy. Are you tired from all the poops you made this morning? Yeah. Sucks! How about some mukbang? You guys like mukbang? Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Dorita. Alright, that's enough of that. That was delayed. Yo, where's the cat? I'm kidding, buddy. There's no cat.
Thumbs. Geeks. Racks. Sex. What is boner?
See here. Hey, Yoshi. Yoda, you gotta bite it. You gotta bite the pizza. Oh, that's a good boy. Come here, Chunga. Oh! That was such a huge piece. Okay, so it is now Tuesday, July 30th. For the past couple of days, I've been chipping away editing the tour passes portion of this video. And holy crap, I did not realize it would be 20 minutes long before we even get to the vlog part. Whoops! Sorry for Susan! This might be like a long video, you boys. But other than that, you know, since today's Tuesday, we're doing our live drumming stream tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm doing something a little bit different. I will be flying to a top secret destination on a top secret mission. It's gonna be great. Sex. And another little update, I am still grinding the shit out of Raid Shadow Legends. I actually have 5 characters at level 40 now. I still haven't made a clan just yet, but by the time this video comes up, I will have made the clan, and this is what it's called. And you have to be at level 6 to join the clan. I think level 6, something like that. Just get in here and join the raid! It's great! And since I'm going on a trip, I'm definitely not bringing the C100 camera with me, so I'm gonna switch to this camera. This is funny, I've got them both going at the same time. Oh, yeah. Sorry guys, we're not gonna get as good of a video quality as we do on that thing, but yeah, I'm not bringing that thing. You can definitely see the quality difference though. It's great! Like, this isn't bad at all, but just compared to that thing, you know, yeah. My biggest issue with this thing is that the autofocus is just total crap. I usually have to set it to manual focus and then just make sure that I hold it a certain distance from my face. Get ready for the live stream later, and then I have to pack for the secret trip tomorrow. Whee! Olive Garden sucks! Alright guys, I have made it to sort of my destination. We have a little guest here, Mr. Brian Compton.
Hey you boys.
Brian is present in almost every single one of my live streams. This guy is fucking awesome. He is a dedicated viewer. Come here, give me a hug, buddy. Come here, come here. Oh, now we're gonna have sex. And just like that, you guys, we have warped back home. It's a didgeridoo! See, we got a new rug in the living room, and it came with this giant frickin' pole that it was wrapped up in. So yeah, I've been having some fun. Okay, you boys, I'm back from my secret trip. It is now Saturday afternoon. I actually just finished the live drum stream this morning. It was fucking great. And even though I am freaking exhausted right now, okay, that's enough rambling. I really need to start editing this shit since it's Saturday afternoon, and I gotta get this video on Patreon tomorrow. If you would like to support me, you can sign up on my Patreon for as little as $1, and you will instantly get access to download everything that I've ever recorded thus far, and everything that I release in the future. Sucks! So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Thank you all so much for watching this video. It's probably super long at this point. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Lane.